Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video that's a little bit different. This is going to be my personal plan slash goal, whatever you want to call it, on how I'm going to become a full-time day trader. And these are just ideas based upon my current statistics with trading and everything like that. This is not financial advice. This is my own personal plan on how I'm going to scale into trading. And also, the reason I'm doing it like this is I want to scale into trading without having to add financial burden to my family whatsoever. So because I don't make an income on this yet, I want it to basically pay for itself. And this is how my approach is to making this happen. And this is a little bit more of a personal setting. I'm not giving any type of advice here. This is just my personal perspective. So if you have input or things that I, should possibly change on this, please feel free to mention it. Constructive criticism is always going to be welcome. So here we go. This is my super professional presentation here. So this is my plan to become a full-time day trader. So currently on this static account, I have made $709, which is 141 points, and that's over 22 trading days. So I actually started this account January 5th, but I'm not able to trade every single day. I am self-employed. I do have a window cleaning business, so there are days that takes up time, or my kids are home from school and the house is chaotic, so I don't even trade, or just life happens and I'm not able to trade. So this is kind of what I'm basing everything off of. We had snow days, we had sickness, lack of sleep, days that I didn't do that, and on top of that, days that I worked normally. So this is a good period to go off of. And also, I'm basing all of my math on me not improving in trading whatsoever. I want to be very conservative with my numbers, and if I improve, great, which I'm going to, but I'm not basing my numbers on if I get better. I only can use the data that I have right now, okay? So of 22 trading days, my average profit scale is 6.44 points per day, positive. That includes my losses, that includes everything. So on average of those 22 days, I am making, on average, 6 points per day. And I want to this is like the only advice I'm giving here. Something that has really changed with my mindset in trading is, first I was going for scalping. I did different price action teacher, which is great. Scalping is great, but I'm not experienced enough to scalp. I have to swing trade. I'm not scalping is a little bit more for experienced people. I'm not there yet. So I've decided to change more into swing trading, and I've started Al Brooks in July, and it has drastically changed my trading. I did read his book before, and I have watched way too many YouTube videos before I actually bought his course, but all my friends pitched in July and bought me his course, and that was my birthday present, which was pretty awesome. And I started that in July. I still haven't finished the course. It's very in-depth. So something that has changed is I'm not in a hurry anymore. I want to play the long game. And I kind of base that on, there's two scriptures here. I am a Christian. This is just kind of what I go off of. If you're not, no big deal. This is just what I base it off of. There's two scriptures that says, wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. And something that's changed my mindset is when I have been trying to rush, even with my business, not even with trading, try to rush money or rush whatever, it causes so much extra stress that you're just stuck in a mindset that you're not going to be as productive or creative. It's almost like a poverty mindset because you're only focused on the now problem. So I am focused more on playing the long game, making a steady marathon pace rather than doing these 100-meter dashes all the time. I just want to play the long game, sustain, have something I can sustain consistently. That was hard to say. And then also, the way that I'm trading is I'm doing the smallest contract possible, which is one contract, on the smallest market possible, which is the micro, the MES. So I am doing this as slowly as possible, as conservatively as possible. And I just want to say that because I want to show how much the scaling is going to work, and without adding a whole bunch of extra stress. And I think a lot of people burn through evaluations like crazy because they want to hurry up and pass. And that was one mindset that I really was haunting myself, was every time I would pass an evaluation or whatever, I'd be asking myself, did I just get lucky? Because if I'm trying to think of this as a professional income, that can no longer be in my mind. Like, a professional athlete cannot get all the way to professional status and still asking himself or herself, did I get lucky? There has to be a level of confidence there that you have proved to yourself without that's not even a thought in your mind, that this is not luck, this is 100% hard, grinding to the teeth skill. And so that's just kind of the approach that I'm having. So I had two plans, and I was really kind of praying about this one, and I decided to go away from it. And I'll explain why. So my first plan, which is, I'm just calling plan A, was I was going to have one account, and I would pass that account, and when I would pass that account, I would then purchase 4 more accounts. So I'd have 5 accounts. And I wanted that done by the end of the first quarter. Okay, so then once I have 5 past accounts, those 5 accounts would then pay for 5 more accounts. And then so on and so forth, all the way to 20 accounts. Here's the problem with that. There's timelines right here, right? End of first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Once you pass an evaluation, and I'm not going to go into detail on how the funding works. Once you pass an evaluation, you basically have to pass it again. So essentially, you have to take 2 evaluations within one in order to even make money. So the time that it would take me to pass this account and then get funded would not be done by the second quarter. I'm sorry, not by to be funded, but where I could withdraw funds. I couldn't do that in time to pay for this. The other issue, and this is the main reason why I got away from it, the first day, so I wrote these one night. I was talking to my buddy, and we kind of discussed goals with each other. The first day after this, I was scatterbrained because I had this deadline, and I felt rushed that I needed to perform and at least get 6 points. What I'm doing right now is working. I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to improve in my contacts and my trading, but I'm not going to change anything else, because once you get this rush, like I need to hurry up and pass or whatever, you're going to screw up accounts. And that's where evaluations get people. Because with this mindset right here, the goal is to pass the evaluation. With the mindset I've been focusing on is simply to make good trades. And that is completely different. So people focus, the goal is not just to pass the evaluation. The goal is to be a consistent professional trader. Consistent, profitable professional trader. And you can't do that if you're tied up on just passing evaluation. So I got away with that. I'm done with that. I'm not going to do plan A. And this might work for some people if you trade like the ES, for instance. But on the MES, it's going to take a long time. And that's just not going to work. So, a couple other people that I watch on YouTube that are doing these challenges, they're already up like $400 or $500. But because I'm doing a static account, that's not going to work. Because your static account, if you go below $600 from where you start, you fail. So you have to basically trade the MES or be extremely consistent. And so anytime that I've tried to rush an evaluation, just doesn't work. So smallest contract on the smallest market. That's what I'm doing. I need to gain the experience. I need to gain the confidence. So here's my real plan right here. And I'm going to break this down. So I'm going to go from 1 account to 5 accounts. And, oh, let me back up. Something that I've learned that has really been eye-opening is that if you have evaluations or funded accounts right now, you cannot roll those accounts into an LLC later on. And that's a very, very important point. Because when you trade and you're a professional trader, you're going to get hit with small capital gains tax. So you need to be able to write off as much as possible. You need to write off your commissions. You write off your office, your monitor, your computer stuff, your whatever fees. Come up with something fees. And you have to be able to write that stuff off. If you're doing an individual, it's a little bit less beneficial to trade as an individual than if you trade with an LLC. So the account that I have now, I'm probably going to be canceling it because I'm going to be registering for an LLC this week. I have to have an LLC. So then I will have my new accounts. So here is my plan B. Actually, I'm not going 1 to 5. I'm going straight to 5. So I'm going to buy 5 evaluation accounts. And these numbers are all based upon a 100K static evaluation account with an 80% lifetime cost. Okay, that's why these numbers are so low. I'm buying these accounts on sale, and then they'll be on sale forever until I pass them. So I'll have 5 evaluations accounts. 5 evaluation accounts, because they're about $30 each, is going to cost me $150 per month for 5 accounts. Once I have convert or pass those evaluations, they now become funded accounts. Funded accounts have a flat fee of $89. $89 times 5, that's going to cost me $445 per month to have all 5 accounts. Here's the kicker though. Once I pass the eval, just like we talked about earlier, there's going to be a dead period. What I mean by dead period is there's going to be, if I could stay with where I'm at now, there's going to be 67 days or 3 months that these accounts cannot pay for themselves, that I'm going to have to front the money myself. Okay? So you have to understand that. Again, and not to go into too much details, I have to pass the valuation, then I have to pass the funded threshold, which is $2,000. So in order for me to get that, it would take me roughly 67 days. So I know that crushes a lot of people's spirits, but it's better to have a for sure, a strong 67 day where you're passed, rather than going through 15 accounts every time there's a sale and you're not making any progress. So my average income on, it's not 22 days of trading will be $30 per day, which is 6 points. It's actually 6.44, but I just did 6 points. Times 5 accounts. So I'm going to be using a trade copier. So my average income on those 5 accounts will be $3,300 per month. Gross. I'll have to pay for commission, all that stuff, but not for a little while. I think I get $10,000 without commission first. Okay. Once I pass those 5 accounts, or I'm sorry, these kind of go together. I need 400 points to pass each set. So that's 67 days to pass the evaluation, 67 days to pass the funded. Roughly 3 months. If I don't improve. Okay? So that's 134 days on getting from 0 accounts to 5 funded accounts with income. Okay? 400 points, 6 points per day equals 67 traders. I just wrote that out. Once I go to 5 or have 5 funded accounts, fully funded, meaning I can withdraw money from them, they're past the $2,000 mark, I'm then going to purchase 15 more accounts, which would get me to 20 accounts. The 15 evaluations accounts will cost me $450 per month, plus these $445, because 5 of the 20 accounts will already be funded. So $445 plus this would be what, $995. So $995 for all accounts. Okay, once the evaluations are passed and I have 20 funded accounts, that's going to cost me $1,780 per month, which sounds extensive, but guess what? R5 accounts is more than paying for that. That's how I'm going to do this. Basically, as little money out of my pocket as possible. The only money that I'm really going to have to front is the $150 for 3 months to pass the evaluation, which that would be 150 times 3, which would be $450. Then I have my dead period of 5 PA accounts. Plus 450. Out of my pocket, this will cost me $1,780 that I won't be able to pay for with my funding. This is just going to have to come out of my pocket. Okay, and that's divided among, I'm not that good with math. 134, 1780. Which comes out to about $13 per day. So $13 per day I got to come up with to pay for these accounts. Okay, but once we have those accounts funded and pass our threshold, we then can make income. So that $1,330 or that $3,300 is now going to pay for our 20 funded accounts, which is, so those 5 accounts pay for all 20. Now here's where it scales up. So my average income, because up here my average income on would be $3,300 per month. My average income now bumps up to $13,200 per month. Over 22 days, which I average a little over 6 points per day with a trade copier times 20 accounts, that's $13,200 per month. So this is basically just my plan right now. If you have anything you would like to add, please feel free to comment. If this helps you, please comment or subscribe or whatever you're supposed to do on YouTube, because I'm really trying to help other people out and just kind of look at the math, look at my trades, and understand this is doable and people can do this. But you have to educate yourself because ignorance is very, very expensive. So, hope you like this video.